In today's video, what I want to talk about is how to be a good homemaker when you're feeling overwhelmed. There are tons of videos out there all about homemaking that tell you about all the things you could be doing. You can make your own pretzels, you can make labels for your pantry, you can start a rose garden. But I know how it feels to watch all those things, look at all the different possibilities, and you feel like you're barely making it through the day. So this video is about kind of getting rid of all of that, taking it back to basics and where to start when the number one feeling you have is overwhelmed. The very first thing to consider is that right now it seems to you that the easiest thing in life is to have your house be messy, for you to be in pajamas, for you to just kind of fumble through the day. You're doing that because it feels easy and like in a sense that it's too hard to do anything else. But what I first want to say is that living that way is the hardest way to live. If you make your space neater, if you get yourself dressed in the morning, if you get a little more organized, that isn't hard. That actually makes life easier. So every step that you take towards like sort of a better system and being more productive is going to build on itself, and your life is going to feel much, much easier over time. So I wanted to say that first. We aren't doing things that are making your life harder. When you are living in a state of overwhelm and messiness and chaos, that is a very hard way to live. So what I'm gonna do is break this down sort of step by step, things that I want you to focus on when you're overwhelmed, what you need to do first, and then you only move on to the next step when you have mastered the previous concept. So the very first thing, and this is super important, I'm calling it step 0, is every morning you have to get dressed, you have to make your bed, and you have to take your bedroom out of a state of chaos. Like if it looks horrible with clothes all over the floor, laundry everywhere, just messiness, cups on your nightstand, you need to take 5 minutes in the morning to just get that looking better. You don't have to deep clean things. You don't have to be able to look under your bed and have things organized in little bins. I just want it so that when you open the door in the morning, it doesn't hit you in the face with craziness. So just throw your clothes in a laundry basket instead of on the floor, hang your towel up when you're done, take literally less than 1 minute to tidy up your bathroom counter, get yourself dressed in daytime clothes. They can be comfortable, like they can be leggings and a sweatshirt. They have to be clean and they have to be something that you didn't sleep in the night before. Get your teeth brushed, do your hair, look good enough to go out in public even if you're not going out in public. And this is something that helps you take yourself more seriously, your children will take you more seriously, and you will have a much better day just from doing those things right off the bat, I promise. The next step is a little bit more work, and it involves your kitchen. This is something that if you have children who are old enough, and by old enough I mean 5 and up, they should be helping you with this. Every night before you go to bed, your kitchen needs to be clean. The only thing that is worse than spending all day in pajamas without brushing your teeth is waking up in the morning and seeing a kitchen that is a mess before you have even started anything. So after you are done with dinner, don't sit down. I know it's tempting. Stay in there. Don't let anybody else go sit down and watch TV. Get your children to help you. You need to get all of the dishes done and loaded into the dishwasher, sweep the floor, take out the trash, clean the counters, and just make sure the kitchen is clean and ready to go for the morning. You can give every single one of these chores to a child that is 5 or older. My 7-year-old for years has taken out the trash and swept the floor. My 10-year-old does the dishes and cleans the counters. You can definitely make this work. If it's just you at home who is capable of doing this, then it's gonna have to be you. But this is a step that you can't skip and you can't delay, and it is just a terrible, terrible thing to wake up in the morning to a dirty kitchen. This means that every night you're running the dishwasher. I don't care how few dishes are in it, you are going to run the dishwasher every single night, and then you're gonna unload it every morning. It just gets you started on the right path. You have an empty dishwasher in the morning once you've unloaded it. You can take all day filling it up, and then you're never in like the middle of making dinner and think, oh, the dishwasher's totally full, I have to run it. It's terrible. Run it overnight, unload it in the morning without fail every day. And this brings me to my next step. So this is once you've gotten in the habit of getting yourself dressed and getting your kitchen clean before bed, you need to implement a morning routine. And I don't want it to be big. Like, we've already started getting dressed and cleaning our bedroom. We're gonna unload the dishwasher, and then we are gonna add in one more thing, and that is starting a load of laundry in the morning. The reason for this is, again, it doesn't put you behind. If you're starting laundry at 1 in the afternoon, it starts running into dinner. You have to dry it, you have to put it away, and now you're tired tired and you've just taken this load of laundry out and you just want to kind of throw it in a basket and go to bed. This is a bad habit. You've got to stop doing it. Start that laundry in the morning and then it can sit in the wash for an hour or two. You can move it over at lunch, or you can do that beforehand and fold it at lunch. It doesn't matter, but the point is, one load a day from start to finish is getting done. It's never piling up. It's never overwhelming you and like weighing down on your mind. But that means for this system to work well, when you wake up in the morning after you get dressed and unload that dishwasher, you are starting a load of laundry and not going to bed until it is folded and put away. So right now, if you kind of look back on the things we've added to your daily routine, it's not that much time. It's a few minutes of getting dressed, it's laundry, it's just these little things that are right now probably building up and stressing you out, and we're just breaking them down and forcing you to tackle them day by day. And now I'm going to add one thing that does take a little bit more time and that is going to be a little bit more structured. And that is, you have to pick a day of the week that you're gonna dust and vacuum your entire house. And what I don't want you to worry about is how long this is gonna take, because you can make it super quick. This takes me less than 10 minutes. I don't really worry about like moving furniture and polishing things and doing a great job. This is just like a very quick clean. And again, you can assign this to a child. I recommend that you do it so that it's just done and you don't have to nag people about it. But it's really important that you pick a day of the week and that you don't deviate from that. If your house gets super messy, mine does. I have two. I do this Mondays and I do it on Fridays. But if you just want to pick one day of the week, I recommend Friday. And then your house is clean for the weekend. It only took you 10 minutes and you feel good about yourself. So that is another step to kind of layer onto your routine. And we are almost done. This is a habit that is kind of a pain because this is something I hate doing, but it's even worse when you don't do it, and that's meal planning. So you need to make a weekly meal plan and grocery list every single week, and I recommend that you do this on Sundays and do this for only a week at a time. A monthly meal plan is a great idea, but it's easy to get off schedule and it's hard to sit down and do when you're not in the habit. So just do a weekly meal plan. You do not need a fancy system. You can do this on the back of an envelope, a post-it note in your phone, and write down what you are making for dinner every single night of the week. Make sure that when you're doing this, it is realistic. Remember, the point of this video is that you're already feeling overwhelmed and you're trying to tackle that. You're not wanting to add a ton of things onto your to-do list. So I don't want to see you filling this up with tons of homemade breads and sides and desserts. Keep this realistic. There is nothing wrong with a meal plan that is like Monday hot dogs, Tuesday BLTs, Wednesday frozen pizza, Thursday leftovers. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The point isn't what you're putting on the plan. The point is having the plan so that you aren't scrambling at the last minute, and so that again, that feeling of dread and overwhelm and things piling up, all that goes away with a weekly meal plan. The very last step in this routine for overwhelmed homemakers is something that's a great strategy in general for tackling big tasks, and that is break it down into super, super tiny steps. And the last task that we have on our plate is basically to clean the entire rest of the house, right? We're straightening up the kitchen, we're getting dressed, we're making a meal plan, but we haven't cleaned the bathrooms, we haven't actually cleaned anything in the kitchen, the windows, nothing like that is getting done. And that's okay, because this last step is taking care of all of that in a way that is not overwhelming. So what you're gonna do is every day from now on for the rest of your life is spend 15 minutes a day doing a medium to deep clean in your house. We're gonna do 5 minutes in the kitchen, 5 in the bathroom, and then 5 in what I just say everything else, which is like entryways, bedrooms, living spaces, hallways, that type of thing. And we're keeping these tasks super, super small. So a 5-minute task for the kitchen would be scrubbing it out real quick with a sponge, filling it with hot water and bleach. Or pulling out one drawer, taking everything out, wiping it down, rearranging it. Or cleaning the outside of one appliance or one shelf of your fridge. So if you keep these bite-sized like this, it just makes it really easy to do. When you're in the bathroom and you finished getting ready for the day, go ahead and clean your mirror. When you're waiting for water to boil in your kitchen, go ahead and pull out your produce drawer, scrub it clean, put everything back in nice and neat. If you skip a day here and there, don't double up the next day, but really, really try to not skip a day. Instead of saying, oh, I'm so busy, I can't do this today, just do something so tiny. Take a paper towel, and wipe down 2 cabinets, that will take less than a minute, but it keeps you in the habit. So this sort of catch-all final task is really going to be your secret for keeping your whole house clean without adding a complicated system that's like weighing on you, or a spreadsheet or anything like that. I do have a cheat sheet that lists out just a few really great 5-minute tasks for these different categories. I'll link that below here and you can get that. It's just a PDF that I can email you. And really, I could go on and on. I love talking about routines and homemaking systems and batching things and theme days, but I don't want you to worry about that right now. If you're overwhelmed and you're finding it hard to get through the day, just do these basics. Don't think about the routine that's best for you. Just follow the steps that I've laid out here so that you're not wasting time overthinking and deliberating and trying to figure out a system. But above all, remember that as your house is better looking and you feel better about yourself, your life will improve and feel easier. This is not making your life harder. This is making your life way, way, way easier, I promise. So don't overthink it. Just get started and take it one day at a time. And I hope this helps.